Hi, thank you very much for watching my webinar. And I thought I'd put together this little short piece as a added value thank you for those who participated. I'd like to start by saying that it's easy to fall into some sort of belief that when you watch a webinar such as I put on, that it's all about growth. It's not. It's also about creating value. And if we define value, what I mean by it is that if somebody was to suddenly buy your business, that they would value it at a premium rather than at an industry average. So if you're on a industry where the average exit value multiple is 4 or 6 times EBITDA, what are you doing now as part of your daily, weekly, monthly actions to create value that would take you towards the upper end of that 6 times multiple? Indeed, what are your goals and strategies for creating value that would take you beyond that? So that when you put the two together, you have growth and you have created a higher value within the business, which when you put the multiple together with a higher growth rate, really does compound. Value, I would define as being made up of 7 things, which constitute what I define as transferable value to a buyer or an investor if you're doing a part sale. What are those 7 things? And this is important because this has to be woven into your strategic thinking as part of the process that I was just articulating during the course of the webinar. They are making sure we've got the most powerful management team in place that can do the journey. There's an evergreening process that takes place as you scale up a business. People will come and go. You may take a point-to-point approach in terms of who's fit for purpose in a particular role. They get you so far, and then you bring in someone else behind them. It's a little bit mechanical, but there's a validity in that approach. But behind it, have you got the strongest team in place that, linked to the second point, means you are redundant? You don't need to be part of the deal post-transaction. That owner independency, if you will, is a really important point, because all the kind of mechanisms which are used to financially retain somebody really don't count for a lot if the motivation isn't there. The next piece, and I did accent it, which is around financial systems and controls. Look at your business as a value delivery system. Where's the value being created? What are you doing to develop it and sustain it? How do you measure it? How do you have confidence that you're actually building it? What are the measures for success that you must hold dear and retain a laser-like focus on? Most successful business entrepreneurs that I've worked with have been religious in their zeal, in their approach to understanding where is the value in this business. Next piece is actually very logical. It's customer diversification. I've seen too many businesses with a dependency on 1 or 2 customers. It's just not viable from a value enhancing proposition to say 30% of my sales come from a big multinational, big retailer. 2 or 3 of my customers account for 60%. They're big guys. And, we've had relationships with them for 2, 3 years, 5 years. No, sorry. That's a big risk, and that reduces your perceived value. What are you doing about retaining and protecting the intellectual property around your products, your services. Yes, be distinctive, but can you protect it? And importantly, can you scale it? What is the scaling strategy for your business that takes you from 10, 15, 20, 100, 200 members of staff to really propelling sales and profits? And do you really need all those people anyway? Where's the role in technology? Where's the partnering strategy? How are you scaling in such a way that you actually build margins, not squeeze them? And then, of course, you need a business growth plan, which is very much what the process we went through on the webinar assumes that you're going to create. But you need to be clear on markets, routes to market, people development, financial capital funds raising, and having that capacity to actually invest in the things that matter for tomorrow. I hope you find that insightful. I hope you find that valuable, and I look forward to continuing the conversation. Best of luck.